Hi, my name is Arlyne. I am the host of the From Roots to Fruits podcast. We are recording live today. We brought the audience into the room because it's our 6th birthday. And one of the top things that a lot of people always ask is, how do I start investing? How do I get into it? And I wanted to hear from someone who is loud about it online. She invests in individual businesses as well as tracker funds. And she's really great at dissecting information. She went into the details so you walk away with actionable steps. I really enjoyed this conversation. Today's guest was Shade Gotau. We've got our podcast, hence why today we're doing a live show so you can see all the cameras. So if you like what you hear today, please go on to Spotify, YouTube, everywhere to just kind of check out the podcast and give it a like, follow, subscribe, and all of that jazz. Today, we have a lot of great speakers. I think the subject is around investments because we have our first trillionaire. Yes, it's not cash. I understand that. But the fact that someone could be valued at that much just says a lot about where we are in the world. Because at the same time, we have cost of living crisis and a lot of people complaining about not having enough. How did that person get there? How did all these wealthy people get there? They invested, they have the right contacts, and they are seeing opportunities. And I think we need to learn from them, not mimic them. We need to be better, I think, but we need to learn from the people that are doing well. So I looked to the people that I know to see, okay, what are you doing? And I'm seeing, okay, this is how you're achieving X, Y, Z. And I want to get there too. So I'm going to be learning along with you. Our first guest today, she is someone who is just started her journey, but hasn't just started her investment journey, but she's educating people. I'll say educating young people and empowering them to be able to understand their finances and understand how they can start investing as well. We know the power of social media and she's doing really well right now. So I thought, I want to learn from someone who can show that, okay, this is how much you can make from just doing X, Y, Z. So I'm going to welcome the amazing Shade. Woo! Thank you for joining.
My pleasure.
Now, tell us about your journey to be able to be comfortable talking about finances.
Okay, so hi everyone. As she's introduced me, my name is Shade and I am a money coach. I'm a trader and I'm also an investor. And one of the reasons why I started posting online was simply because I didn't have much people around me that were talking about these things. And I felt like the education out there was quite limited. And because of that, I was like, you know what? I want to share my journey because I'm on a journey to building generational wealth. I also have a daughter as well. So I'm investing for her, investing for myself. So I decided to bring everyone on the journey with me. And in that, I've just been letting people know what I'm doing, what the government is bringing out, the different ISAs, etc., investments that I'm actually investing in as well, sharing that online and just pretty much taking people on board. So I also have a community as well now where I'm sharing my investments in real time as well.
That's so great. And you mentioned that you have a daughter as well. Yeah. How young is she?
So she's 12 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant, because one of the things is educating young people to be able to understand these complex terms. Yeah. What was the first investment lesson that you gave her?
One of the first investment lessons, it wasn't investing per se. For me, it was more of a breakdown of save, invest and give. Because I think it's really important to understand what to do with your money before you even start investing. Because yes, you work for money, but then what happens next? You know? So that's what I'm very adamant. Even if she gets £5, I always tell her to split it, no matter how little it is, so that she understands the fundamentals of what to actually do with her money.
Yeah. Very good lesson, because I think a lot of us always skip to, I want to invest, I want to now become the millionaire. But let's just discuss the basics so we first understand that. In terms of your community, what do they look like? Who are you serving?
So I'm serving the everyday people. I'm serving people who don't believe investing is accessible, and I'm here to let the people know that actually you can start investing with as little as £1 if you wanted to. Not saying that you should, but you know, it's that easy to start investing. Also, people, mothers, parents, people that look like me, everybody really, anyone that just wants to take the next level, the next leap, the next step to building wealth.
Yes. Earlier on, we were just talking about challenges that people might face. Honestly, we all have Claude, ChatGPT, you can Google stuff, the information is there. What do you think is the challenge for a lot of people to start investing or to learn how to do it?
I think the challenges are, it can be, like, if you're not aware of the financial lingos and stuff, I think it can be quite confusing. And I totally understand, because even myself, when I first started getting into investing, I had to really learn how to break all of it down. What does it actually mean? And then also as well, as much as this is a positive, there is so much information out there, and I think that can be quite overwhelming as well. If you decide, okay, I want to, you follow one person and they have like an investment account, next thing you know, your algorithm is just full of investments and you have no idea what they're talking about, and that can just stop you from actually taking that leap forward.
Okay, you're so right. So what should people do first?
I think people should, if you actually want to start investing, I think you should go away and do your own research. I'm not saying don't follow people. I'm not saying don't take in the information that you're seeing online, but I would say bit by bit, do it slowly. And then also there's guides out there. Like, I've created very simple guides, free guides, in fact, that can support you with your investment journey. And then you just learn as you go along. We all learn. No one knows everything, and we'll just continue to learn as you go.
That's such a good point, because it's all good to understand the theory of things. You just have to put it in practice, and you just have to start. I've seen a lot of your content. You go into detail. So when I first started investing, it was like, go for ETFs, right? Go for the funds, go for something that's a little bit easy, like the S&P 500. But you go in and you invest in actual companies. So that's what I really wanted to learn about. How do you research them, and how can people just start investing in an individual company?
Okay, well, before anyone starts investing in an individual company, I would always recommend having a basic understanding of what actually investing is. Then the second thing is the business. You want to understand the business that you're actually investing in. You want to understand their profits. You want to understand their losses. What do they actually do? I think that's very important, because online you can go on my page and probably see, okay, I invested in Micron Technology and I'm up 1,000%, and you might decide that you want to go in and invest in that, but you don't understand why I got in. You don't know what I know about the company, the research that I've done. You don't know when I actually got in. For example, I got in last year April, and now I've just put it online and you're now investing in it. So it's just making sure you understand the fundamentals of the company, the losses, the profits, and if it's something that you're willing to put your money into, because at the end of the day, as much as you can make money, you can lose money as well.
You literally walked into my next question, which is around, it's risky to invest, and people can lose their money. So how should they go into it knowing that risk?
I would say always invest money that you know that you're comfortable with losing. And not to say that you are going to lose your money. Your capital is always at risk, yes, but never put in an amount expecting a certain amount out, because that's not always the case. The stock market, yes, it rises over time, but you might put your money in a time where the stock market were about to have a huge dip, and then you just go in and say, oh, investing doesn't work. But that's actually not the case. You need to make sure that you're comfortable with, let's say, £200 a month, and you're comfortable with putting that in on a monthly basis and over a period of time.
That's a good point. Are there any books that you read that have helped you out?
Well, before you start investing, I would say I love psychology, The Psychology of Money. I haven't read much books for investing. It's more like understanding money and what to do with my money. And then I just started doing the research myself. Yeah.
By research, I'm going into detail here because I want to feel like people are walking away tomorrow and they know exactly what to do, including myself. By research, do you mean going onto company records or Googling? How does one...
So I would, if I were to, let's say I wanted to research Microsoft, I would go on Google and I would type in like Microsoft company details. And if you type in Microsoft company details, you will find websites where you can find out more detailed information about the revenue of the company, the profit, the losses, what do they actually do. And another thing I would highly recommend, if you're looking at individual stocks, look at the news as well, because news is a catalyst when it comes to these stocks. When there's positive news, it can allow the stock to rise, and when there's negative news, it can cause the stock to dip. So if, for example, Meta is about to release something related to AI, I think that's a great catalyst. And then you know that, okay, this is something that they're working towards over the next 5 years. That can be one of your decision making for you to actually invest in that stock. Okay, I like what they're doing, their profit is great, they haven't lost much. And then also having a look at their earnings as well. They report earnings and looking, did they beat it, did they meet it, what you know, looking at stuff like that. And you can find earning reports on Yahoo Finance as well. These are places that you can look at.
Yeah, that's good, because I think that's somewhere where it can be easy to say, okay, go look it up, but what am I looking up? And those key financial terms are really important. And you mentioned earlier for people to get comfortable with the basics before you start investing, so you know what you're walking into.
Exactly.
Thank you. And what are the most common investing myths that you hear from your community?
I would say you need a large amount of money to start investing. As I said before, you can literally start investing with as little as £1. Not to say you should, but it's that accessible now. Many years ago, it wasn't that accessible to start investing, but now we have various platforms that you can use. You could, if you wanted to do £5 a month, you could, £10 a month, you could. So yeah, that's one of the myths that I would say. And then also the finance sector is quite male dominated. And I think maybe some women can feel quite intimidated by it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to put myself out there as well and share what I know, to kind of just get rid of that stigma that it's only men that is investing. Like, women are investing, I'm doing it, you can absolutely do it too. I'm a mother, you can do it too. So yeah, and also, like I said earlier as well, the finance terms can be quite complicated as well. So I think that can put anybody off, not understanding it.
Thank you so much. Okay, so you share quite a lot on your profile in terms of which companies that you're investing in. So I hope you don't mind me asking you, which one's your favorite investment?
My favorite, I would say, because of the large return that I had over a small period of time, would be Micron Technology. I recently spoke about investing into Micron Technology. I invested in last year, April. And if you don't know what Micron Technology is, Micron Technology basically provides the chips that, let's say, the likes of the NVIDIA use. If you've all heard of NVIDIA as an AI company. And basically there's been a shortage. There's not many companies that's actually been making these chips. And because of that, the demand for the product went high, which means the stock price went extremely high. So I invested in that in last year, and I had my return was I'm sitting at 1,400% return. So yeah, so I would say that would probably be like my best investment so far for now. Yeah, I say for now because yeah, who knows? Who knows exactly.
Oh, well, that's really great. And thank you for sharing the details. So the last question, because I feel like we had an event early on in the year in Power, and it's all about setting intentions. Yeah. I know we're halfway through the year, but actually it's quite good to have your second half of the year's intention. Yeah. What are your intentions?
For the second half of the year?
For the second half of the year.
Well, I'm currently building a community at the moment where I'm basically giving people information on what I'm investing in real time, individual stocks, any properties that I might be investing in, etc. And just kind of bringing people along the journey with me, but more in a more intimate way, because when I post on social media, I always do it after I've invested in it, so you might have missed the boat. So just kind of creating that community, that is definitely one of my intentions in this year. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So in case someone who's in the audience is like, I want to join your community, how can people join?
If you just send me a message, a DM, and I can send you the details of the community.
And
You can,
Shade.invest.
Yes, that's correct.
Instagram.
On all social media platforms. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.